Almost. Yeah, give it gas, go all the way to the top.
It's a car.
It's a car.
There.
You know, the worst thing you can do is be able to afford your drug of choice, because after that you're in trouble. I have bought a project. It's not a car I can get in and drive right away. It needs a bit of work, and I'm not a mechanic, so it will take me a while to figure it out, but I want that challenge. So first of all, it's a convertible, and I don't really care for a convertible. I try to avoid convertibles whenever I buy cars, but when I saw this one, you know, it's interesting. It has a very interesting modifications, and that's why I decided to buy it. The convertible top is actually in decent shape, but these are not too bad. They're a couple $100 to replace. It does have a roll cage, or a roll bar, it's not a roll cage. And the interior was done at some point. You know, don't worry about that. Forget about that. And also it was painted. This is not the original paint. So it looks nice from 10 feet away, but if you look closer, you can see some cracks on the paint. Luckily, the rust is minimal. It has very little rust. As you can see, the steering wheel is a yoke. But it's not a bad looking car.
Yeah, nice to meet you. It's just my car.
That's your car?
Yeah.
So what is this car? This is an MG or MGB. It's a British Mazda Miata. This was before the Miata. Actually, when the Miata came out, it killed off these cars because the Miata was more reliable. So this is the main reason I bought this car. This car came equipped with Nissan turbocharged engine. So this is the SR20DET engine, and this was from the heyday of Japanese manufacturing. I think the 90s were the time the Japanese made the best engines, and this is one of them, and it continued to be popular even today. Not too long ago, these were maybe $1,000, $2,000, but today they are up to $6,000, $7,000. It's a 2-liter engine, turbocharged, makes around 200 horsepower, 200 pound-feet of torque. The original engine on this car was around 94 horsepower, so the power has doubled. So by the time I fix the fuel system and the turbochargers, this engine should easily make close to 300 horsepower. But that might be a little bit dangerous on a car like this. Yeah, those pedals sucks. Like the gas pedal, it has no feel. You cannot feel a thing. I don't even have tension on it. But it's so small, I can actually adjust the mirror from the inside. So if you look where the windshield is, like my head is almost outside of the car. If you get into an accident where your head goes back and you hit it, that might be it. It's technically a drivable coffin. So it's a car you need to do a prayer before you go for a drive. My garage is a little full right now. So that will go on top of the lift, and my little MG will go down there. As you can see, that one has a number on it because it went to autocross this year. So we hope to do more events next year. And I was too afraid to take this one because the running cost is too high. It's a very expensive car to have fun with, at least for me. That's why I'm buying the MG, and I can do with it whatever I want. Yeah, so there's a lot of potential for this car. I've been looking online to get some idea of what I can do with it. I want to do something cool with it. I don't care to keep it original. It's not like my 240Z. Those were getting too expensive for me to cut into it. But this one, they're cheap. You can still get a whole car like this for $1,000. So I don't mind cutting into it, modifying it. But I'm excited to see that engine and what it can do on a small car like this. It's a little sketchy car to drive already, so it scares me a little bit. And that's because I can die if I make a mistake on a car like this. There's nothing to save me from it. There's no ABS, there's no airbag. You don't even have a roof. So basically it's a death trap, and the more power I put into it, the closer I get to heaven or hell, depending. So what are the plans for this car? Number one is to get it running properly. Clean out the fuel system, do the wiring. The lights are not working. The engine harness is good, it's new, so that's not a problem. Connect the gauges. You can see like the speedometer is not connected. Number two, suspension and brakes. I need to upgrade them. And number three, I need to gut the interior. Although these are nice seats, I need to get seats that I can sit a little bit lower. As you can see, the seat is a little bit higher. I would like it to go down a few inches. I need to have it registered. Last time it was registered in 2018. I suspect the tires are just as old. And then I also need to get a hardtop. It will take me a while to get it sorted. But again, I bought it because of the motor. We'll see where we go with it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.